You know what? Yeah, you'll think that you've gone through tough times in life and you've been exposed to harsh environments until you go to the Nigerian Embassy in London. My God, everyone told me that this place was chaos, but I was not prepared for the chaos that I was about to see. So boom, me and my dad, we're like, yeah, let's go get this passport because I'm going in November, right? I'm excited. I see the green and white flags outside. We travelled like 4 hours by car and by bus. Like, we were ready. 11 a.m. was my appointment. We even walked to the embassy because the tube strikes were on. So we get there. We come in, a guy standing there. He must own the place. I don't know. But he's looking at me like I owe him money. So I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, have you got an appointment? I said, yes. He's like, where's your appointment slip? I'm like, appointment slip. My dad whips it out his bag. He's like, here, 11 a.m. I don't know what this Nigerian embassy's obsession with paper is when we're in a digital world, but apparently you need to print everything off. Anyway, so get downstairs and they say, give me your phone. There's a guy with little slips in a cupboard taking people's phones. And I'm sitting here thinking, why does he need my phone? Oh, okay, it's a government official place. No, they don't want you to have the phone because if you record anything in there, no one would ever go. Anyway, 11 a.m. is my appointment. 11:45 comes. I've been sitting there for 45 minutes. There's kids crying. People are asking questions. Auntie's getting frustrated. Someone's redoing the weave in the back. It's crazy, right? Anyway, we come to the front. There's no one on the desk. And then this guy comes. He like runs out. He's on the desk and he's like, what are you here for? And I'm like, my passport. Anyway, he looks at it and he goes, where is your birth certificate? I'm like, we already uploaded the birth certificate on the website. Why do you need it now? He's like, you've come without your birth certificate? He starts crashing the fuck out, man. He starts crashing out. So now I'm crashing out because he hasn't travelled as far as I've travelled today, yeah? And he's like, you're going to have to go to services. Let me tell you what services is. So we go to the back to see services. It's a guy with 3 laptops and a printer. You pay him £3 to do this, right? Tell me why this man was selling meat pies. He was helping people get their documents and at the same time hustling us for a meat pie. I love a meat pie, but not in a stressful situation. The last thing that I wanted was a meat pie. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, we print off the documents. It took us another hour. So it's approaching 2 p.m. now. I was meant to have my appointment at 11 and get out by 12. That was my idea. So the next thing, I have no place now. My ticket's gone, right? So I've been called and no one's actually directed me to where I need to go. So there's this tiny little box room in the back and there is about 20 people inside this box room in a queue. They all have numbers, but no one knows where the fucking numbers have come from. People are asking me what number I am. I said, what do you mean? My ticket's over there. Like, my ticket's gone. I need to see Auntie. I need to see Auntie to look at these documents, right? Auntie comes out. She did not look happy. She was not happy today. She looks at everyone in the queue and she goes, order. Get in order. You are stressing me out. And I say, I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing. I'm just meant to pass you these documents. And she looks at me and goes, don't stress me. I said, what? I'm just trying to get an answer. Anyway, after all of that waiting, I go into the room, I sit down, she looks at the documents. I was there for 5 seconds. She goes, no. I said, why? And she was like, this birth certificate won't pass. I said, why? She didn't give me a reason. So at this point, I'm sweating. There's kids crying. There's Greg's wrappers everywhere because people are eating their lunch inside of here. And I look at my dad and I just say, never bring me to this place again. Never, ever bring me to this place again. I don't care if I sound like a diva. If you have ever been to the Nigerian embassy, you will know how chaotic it is. And you see people go in with smiles, excitement. They're ready, they're cheerful, and they come out drained. I have never experienced anything like that in my life.